Hello again, everybody out there in Walking Dead land and the Walking Dead universe. Welcome back to the Rantin Review Entertainment. We're talking today about episode 15 of season 11 of The Walking Dead, titled Trust. And trust proves to be a little hard to come by, especially when you're dealing with the Commonwealth and Maggie. And yeah, this is not going to go well. Before I get into my review and reaction of it, I want to remind you guys that I do have a lot of free goodies down in the description box for you. One of them would be some free money, pretty much. You get free stocks from Webull if you use the affiliate link down below. You can even get free crypto from them too, up to like $5 of free crypto, but they also give free stocks, anywhere from 2 to 3 to 6 free stocks, depending on the luck of the draw. And those stocks could be worth anywhere between $3,000 and $3,000. So might as well check it out, see if it interests you at all. And now let's talk about trust in the world of The Walking Dead. And I'm telling you, it doesn't exist. But you saw this theme throughout the entire episode. Now, we've got 3 main couples at this point. So we start off with Mercer and Princess, who are in bed. Mercer got him some of that Princess. You know, somebody, never mind, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I was going to say something about women like Princess, but I'm not going to go there. Princess is probably a very entertaining person, regardless, to be in a relationship with. Let's put it that way. And they have a little cute thing at the beginning, but then you see a little strain already developing between the two as Mercer is not sleeping. He's staring at the ceiling because of what happened in the last couple episodes, especially when he found out that that little bastard Sebastian is out here getting people killed and has gotten a number of people killed trying to go get money from a mansion. Yes, we saw that in the last episode, and yeah. He knows there's dirt going on in the Commonwealth. Meanwhile, Eugene and Rosita and Kelly and Connie are all conspiring together. You know, Eugene found out what was going on with Max or Stephanie or whatever her name is. Of course, Rosita was involved with Daryl and that whole thing I talked about earlier with Sebastian about getting the money from a mansion and almost getting everybody killed doing it. And then we got Connie and Kelly, who are the reporters, who knows that something is dirty going on, and they want to get to the bottom of it. But we can't get to the bottom of it without somebody on the inside, which leads Eugene to go talk to Max. Now remember, Max and Mercer, they are brother and sister. So when Eugene brings to her what happened and the fact that her brother was there, she says, I can't live with this. Even though it's dealing with the Miltons, I got to do something. And we get a little bit of a rekindling of Eugene and Max here. After all the lies and all the deceptions and all the hurt feelings, they finally schmooch. So all the Walking Dead Eugene fans can be happy that he finally is getting some. Max confronts Mercer while he's working out for all the ladies to enjoy, and my one friend, she's like, oh, yes. But Mercer's almost shirtless, showed off his muscles. Has this very dramatic scene, though, with Max, and she's telling him, like, look, you know dirt's going on. And he's like, yeah, what do you want me to do about it? This is the way the world was before, and we brought back the same crap we had before. So it is the way that it is, and I'm just a soldier. And she's like, maybe you're really just a poster. And she's really challenging him to do something about it. And he's trying to hide this from Princess, who he knows will probably challenge him to do something about it as well. So Mercer is really at a crisis of conscience right now. His loyalty to the Commonwealth, which he's been at for God knows how many years. He's responsible for all of the people there and their safety as being the guy in charge of the military. At the same time, he knows that the system he's protecting is not just corrupt, and like every system's corrupt, but like really corrupt. So he's got to do something about it, but he's got to make that decision now. Back with what's going on with Hornsby, he confronted... I love to see the Gabriel and Aaron on the roof talking to Hornsby, and they're trying to like... Look at this guy, like, seriously, dude. And Daryl comes up there so he can kind of intervene because of the disaster that was left after we found out what was really going on with the Commonwealth and this group that was out in this apartment building that Negan just happened to be part of. So it's a very curious scene because, and goes back again to the title Trust. Everybody is lying, and everybody knows everybody else is lying. So it's a game for like the whole episode with Hornsby's part in this, of him lying that he doesn't know what's going on and them lying that he's wrong about suspecting them, even though we all kind of know that they're hiding people that Hornsby wants to know about, and Hornsby is lying about him being a nice and shiny guy and that nothing bad is really going to happen to you if you find out. I swear he's got like one of those you know those people, and we all know those people, they like to say a lot of those words when they start chastising people for being things or accusing people of things. And they always do it with this kind of look on their face like, oh, yes, you are da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they look like it, like that is probably the most psycho look, and Hornsby has it, like that psycho look of somebody who's trying to be very nice and thinks they're very nice and pleasant as long as they put the smile on their face, but you can see right through it that they're actually freaking insane. Yeah, that dude's becoming even worse every episode. Like I thought he was just kind of misunderstood, but no, Hornsby a bad dude, and he convinces everybody, he's convinced himself that Aaron and the Alexandria and Hilltop people have something to do with this. So he has them all go and has Gabe and Aaron take on some walkers by themselves because they said that they were really tough. And the funny thing about our crew is our crew keeps proving the lies that he's trying to catch us up and trip us up on. And every time he tries to trip us up, they counter it. So much so when he gets to Hilltop, and we then see the resolution of that cliffhanger from earlier on in part B of season 11. Daryl at the gates with Maggie. We see once they get inside the gates that Hornsby is convinced that this is the truck that they used, that this truck that had the tracks that were back at the massacre, and he's like, oh, why isn't this working? And I'm a gearhead. Oh, look, you can just plug these wires in, thinking that they unplugged the wires, and they were sitting there looking all worried, and Maggie's worried, and Daryl's worried, and he gets in the car, he's like, I bet it'll start right up now, and then he thinks he's got him, and he's like, nope, car's still not starting, and Maggie's like, you have until sundown to get the hell out of here. See, Daryl's not privy. Well, we don't know how much Daryl is privy to any of this information. We're assuming he doesn't know all of this stuff has been going on, but he's going to find out, and he absolutely knows by the end of this episode. But they find out very quickly that Hornsby is not up to any good here. And then the most disgusting scene happened. We first see Herschel. Well, this wasn't disgusting. This was actually made me sad. It was heartwarming. Herschel sitting at the grave of his father, Glenn, which got me pretty bad. And then Herschel gets confronted by Hornsby, and Hornsby's trying to con this kid into giving up what was going on, but he already knows. We find out he already knew that Maggie and them had been at the site because he's got Glenn's cap, and he puts it on Herschel's head and goes, look, I found this there. Perfect fit. Isn't that a coincidence? Things start breaking loose, and people start pointing guns at each other, and threats are being thrown, but Hornsby does come to his senses, realizing that he's probably going to die first out of this whole thing, even though, you know, yeah, Maggie and all their people are going to die, but Hornsby don't want to die, so he relents and says, we're going to deal with this in a different way, but we already know things are screwed up. They go out into the woods. Meanwhile, that means Aaron and Gabriel and Daryl are stuck with Hilltop, and they can't go back to the Commonwealth because now the hand has been shown. And even worse than that, their kids are back at the Commonwealth. Remember, Coco is back at the Commonwealth. Georgie is still at the Commonwealth. RJ and Judith, who are Daryl is in charge of now, are back at the Commonwealth. Which just makes me wonder how terrible parents these... Everybody, The Walking Dead has the worst parents in the world. So they can't go back, but their kids are there, so they're going to eventually have to go back there. And meanwhile, Hornsby's in the woods with the rest of the Commonwealth soldiers, and they finally come across Leah, who's the reason this whole thing happened anyway, because she stole their weapons, took out some of the troops, but Hornsby's not concerned with that now. Now that it's more important than getting the weapons back, because he probably can guess now that Leah's taken them. She was the one that took them, but now he wants to take down Maggie because they dared to challenge him. So this is all leading to next week's episode, which is the second mid-season finale of this season. This is the season finale of Part B of Season 11. There we go. We're going to put it that way. It looks like things are about to go crazy, and that we're not going to wrap up the Commonwealth story in Part B. I think it's going to linger on a little bit longer, but then we're going to be done with Part B, and then when Part C starts up in a couple months, then things are really going to be spectacular, because that's really the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead, sort of. At least this version of The Walking Dead, the final 8 episodes, probably going to be a lot of fanfare. A lot of people are going to be speculating about Rick and Michonne, and even Heath and Luke, and a bunch of people we haven't seen. But I want to know what you guys thought about this episode. Let your voice be heard in the comment box below. Until next time, I will see you guys here for more reviews and reactions to The Walking Dead's final sort of kind of season here on the Rantin Review Entertainment. Have a good day.
This was the thing that